Jamie Dornan's shocking on-screen confession about Dakota Johnson. Fans are shocked. In a luxurious television studio in Los Angeles, the lights flashed, the cameras were meticulously arranged. The audience on set was excited. Rumors were that tonight, Jamie Dornan would participate in a special talk show, the theme of which revolved around a secret film project with Dakota Johnson. But what everyone was waiting for was a shocking confession would be revealed on screen. Jamie entered the stage with a calm demeanor, a slightly forced smile that contained a bit of mystery. Dakota appeared right behind. The two met eyes in a moment that was both sympathetic and filled with countless questions. The audience burst into thunderous applause. Backstage, the program director, someone who had worked with these two stars, whispered to his assistant, "I can't believe what he's going to say." But the assistant shook his head, not daring to imagine further. 2. Preparing for the talk. Before going on air, Jamie was given a series of questions from the editor. Mostly normal, new project, feeling about filming a psychological scene, friendship with Dakota. But no one expected that, on his private camera, he had recorded a confession for himself, a story that, if broadcast, would shock Hollywood. Jamie wrote a long letter, expressing his deepest thoughts and feelings that he had never spoken. "I fell in love, and not just as a friend," he wrote. But then he signed it, instinct, meaning that this was the truth that came from the heart, not constrained by reason. He planned to read it on stage. It would be his first confession, in front of a TV crowd eagerly awaiting the reveal. The talk about the show's copyright took place under red and green lights. The director was panicked. "Jamie, are you sure you want to say it all? This is live television." But Jamie nodded slowly, his eyes downcast. Just then, the prelude sounded, signaling the start of the broadcast. Dakota, sitting on the left, silently paid attention. She had no idea what Jamie had decided to do. Her smile was both gentle and a little worried. 3. Shocking confession. A normal opening. The camera slowly panned to Jamie, close-up of his radiant face. The editor invited him to the topic. "Jamie, do you have anything to share, other than the promotion? You seem to be thinking today." Jamie looked into the lens, took a deep breath. Yes, I have something very real, I've never shared before." The audience was silent. The camera seemed to stop, leaving only Jamie and the sound of his breathing. The confession begins. He opened the letter from his pocket, his voice trembling. "Dakota and we did a lot of emotional scenes, a lot of love scenes. But what I never said was that I loved her, with a feeling that exceeded all the limits of an actor." A sigh. All eyes turned to Dakota. Her face was pale, her breathing stopped. Jamie continued. "I not only loved, but was haunted by her presence, the way she breathed when she concentrated on a scene, the way she sipped water between takes. I tried to hide it. I was afraid that if I did, our friendship, our professionalism, would be ruined." The audience erupted in whispers. The lights became dimmer. Dakota bowed her head, her eyes filled with tears, but her mouth moved as if she were holding back the words. "See, truly shocking." Jamie paused, looking straight at his co-star. "Last night, in the waiting room, when no one was looking, I leaned down and kissed her." He choked. "I don't know if she felt the same way I did, or if it was just a personal obsession of mine." Dakota jumped up, her voice choked. "Jamie, I. But she couldn't continue. The camera dramatically panned to her face, eyes sparkling, lips quivering, a moment frozen in time. The editor was confused. It seems we've just witnessed an unprecedented confession." Jamie lowered her voice. "If you'll allow me, I'd like, if you'd agree, Would you like to explore whether on-screen love can become real love? D. A moment of terrifying silence. Silence fell. The camera panned slowly to the audience, hundreds of eyes staring, the sound of heartbeats stopping, as if someone was whispering, "I can't believe it." An audience member whispered next to her, "He was so emotional. I've never heard anyone say something like that on a live talk show." Dakota looked straight at Jamie, tears glistening in her eyes, then she stood up, walking slowly towards him. It felt like the screen was still, just the two of them facing each other. Her heart stopped beating. 4. The aftermath. Immediately after the show, as soon as the show ended, social media exploded. On Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everyone was sharing the highlight. Jamie Dornan admits he's in love with Dakota Johnson, and kisses her on his talk show. The hashtag Jamie Dakota confession topped global trends. Fans everywhere were both excited and confused. OMG, I don't know whether to cry or cheer. If there's a love story that's come to life, this is it. Entertainment sites ran articles with headlines in large letters, "Shocking confession, Jamie Dornan loves Dakota Johnson." But no one was sure if it was real or just a publicity stunt. "Maybe it's part of the script," one blogger wrote. B. Hollywood's reaction. Co-workers and friends of both were shocked. An insider source revealed, Jamie has been secretly undergoing psychotherapy for the past 6 months to deal with this unclear emotion. But this is just speculation. Meanwhile, Dakota, on the backstage camera, burst into tears, hugging her co-star. Many people suspect this could be a distraction to promote the new film, which is about to be released, delving into psychology, complex love. C. The press begins to dig deeper. A famous tabloid, Imaginary Stars Weekly, published an article, "Secret Love: How Jamie Dornan is Working with Real Emotions." But people close to Dakota confirmed, "We have never heard of it. Dakota is confused, she needs time." Another article analyzed, "Sometimes, confessions on talk shows are just part of a marketing strategy, but this time, the feeling was too real, too painful to be just an act." 5. Conclusion and reflection. A week later. A week later, Jamie posts a personal, unstaged video, filmed in an empty room. He says, "I didn't want it to be a stunt. It was so real that I don't know what to call it. If I hurt Dakota, hurt her, I'm sorry." Dakota posts a follow-up response, "I need time to understand. Thank you for being real, but it's all happening so fast. I don't know what I feel yet." B. Life goes on. The two return to the set, not the talk show, but the secret movie they're making together. Each scene now carries a new layer of emotion, not just acting, but personal truth, meaningful glances, wordless body language. When it comes to love scenes, Jamie doesn't just act. The whole crew felt a sincere vibration, both excited and apprehensive. And Dakota, when receiving the script, often looked up, biting her lips lightly. Everything seemed to be changing, creating a quality that was more real than acting. C. Reflection. The story ends, not with a brilliant happy ending, but with an open question. Can love begin with a touching confession in front of the camera? Will personal emotions, when revealed, help people understand each other better, or just make things more complicated? Two people standing between the aura of showbiz and inner truth, they teach the audience one thing: emotions cannot be framed. Sometimes, just one word of truth is enough to shake the world.